let's not do that. Hi, everyone. We should be finishing Homicide Desk today, which means then tomorrow we'll start Vice, which should be 2 days, and then Arson 3 days, so probably about 6, with this day included, 6 more days of LA Noire. I'm not sure how it's going to go after that. I will state, I'm slowly getting there. Going to bed about, I'm still falling asleep weirdly at 4 to 5. However, I am getting up a little earlier instead of waking up at 4 today.
Of course we will look into it.
We've already heard all this, so that's why I'm kind of speaking a little.
Yes, I'm aware that it's an election year.
I woke up at 2 to 3 today. I was up and dozing for about an hour, so.
It would appear that someone has hocked a rose gold wedding ring and matching engagement ring. Sound familiar?
Deirdre Muller.
Press the pawnbroker and see what you can find out. The address is 348 South Main Street. The Muller case goes before the grand jury next week, and the DA does not want any egg on his face. Then get out to the railroad depot on Santa Fe Avenue. We have another poor unfortunate found this morning beside a railroad line. 40-year-old white woman.
Right, Skipper.
All right.
Another body and Deirdre Muller's ring. The Emperor may soon have to come to terms with the fact that he's wearing no clothes.
What exactly did you get that book of riddles shoved up your ass, Phelps? Is that what your old man paid college tuition for?
Pawnbroker first.
You've got to admit, this is looking odd.
Anyone could pawn a ring.
But if you take it along with all of the other indicators...
Cole, Hugo Moeller was identified by the school's groundkeeper. He's our guy.
Witnesses have fingered the wrong guy before.
He ran, for God's sakes.
And he always maintained he was set up.
KGPL 20 Central Unit. The citizen reports a man with a gun on Grand between 4th and 5th. Any Central Unit identify.
How can I help you boys?
Detectives Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. You have a rose gold wedding and engagement ring?
David Bremner. Am I gonna get something for this pledge? Gave that bum money, now you guys are gonna leave me short.
How much did you give him?
50 bucks?
Try another number.
20?
Try 10. Feel lucky you're getting it.
I have the rings right here.
You could get nothing and be getting an obstruction of murder. Or, yeah, obstruction of murder. Obstruction of murder. No, obstruction of justice.
This mark here.
Maker's mark. Usually traceable. That one came from Hartfield's Jewelry down on Broadway.
Thanks for the tip.
Technically accessory to murder, obstruction of justice. That's where I wanted to go with that.
Does this mark mean anything?
Hallmark. Gives you an idea of the quality.
What have you got on the guy who brought these in?
Goes by the name of Percy B. Shelley. Gave an address. 15 Poland Street, London, Tulare County.
Can you give us a description of the man who pawned these rings?
Not sure. Medium height, medium build, dark hair, I think. Sorry. He just had one of those forgettable faces.
We'll be in touch, Mr. Bremner. We have a problem.
We could have the local troopers check out the Tulare County address.
The address is bogus. Perp is having fun with us. The guy who's been sending the Dahlia letters is also the guy who pawned these rings.
How do you figure that one?
Percy Bysshe Shelley wrote the poem that came with the Dahlia letter. If the Dahlia letters are genuine, then the man who killed Elizabeth Short may have also killed Deirdre Muller.
And how do we prove that, Phelps? Skipper ain't gonna like this one bit.
No, he is not.
We're gonna have to...
Cole, come on!
We're gonna have to rely on this guy tripping up on his own vanity.
You boys ready? Follow me.
We should keep this development with the rings under our hat until we speak with the captain.
We're all on the same team, Russell.
Chain of command, Phelps. The skipper will decide who needs to know. Got it?
11:14 a.m.
Hard, isn't it?
Yeah. I look after all the rail depots.
What have you got?
The Negro, Nelson Gaines, called it in. I came down here to make sure him and the other guy, Jameson, stuck around.
Jameson found the body?
Something like that. Guy makes me sick.
We'll talk to the coroner.
One
Keep
bad
an eye
thing
on
about
both
that
of them.
time period. Well, yeah, except I guess it's not a time period thing.
Smell?
Very good. There is the usual evacuation smell, but it appears she's been living rough for quite some time.
Very strong smell of alcohol.
Well, the autopsy will tell, but I would assume that she was inebriated.
Another missing ring.
Certainly seems I've been swabbing a lot of bare fingers recently.
Can you be more exact about the time of death?
No later than 2 a.m. The state the body was in, a 1 or 2 hour window is the best I can do.
What have we got here?
White female, approximately 40 years of age, lipstick smudges on the face, but no writing, at least nothing legible. A blunt force trauma to the temple, nose, and eye regions. Ligature marks point to the probable cause of death being strangulation.
Any idea of the time of death?
From her temperature, after midnight would be my guess.
If I am correct, this is technically his devolving. Because I believe these are all the Black Dahlia, but instead of being egotistical,
Blood
he's
splatter on
devolving.
the carriage. She must have been struck while standing up.
He's not taking the time to, like, pose them the way he wants. He's... Actually, no. Technically, it's not a devolution. It's an evolving because he's sending the notes straight to the police. He's evolving into that. I watch a lot of crime shows. Uh, 2122 St. David Street, 11 Bridgeport, Connecticut. Dear Evelyn, I hope this letter finds you in a better way than when we last parted. Bitter words were exchanged. You had taken too much liquor, and we both know what that means. You become... Oh, we both know what that makes you become. But I'm not writing to harass and accuse. I am writing to apologize. I was heartbroken seeing what had become of my little girl and what she was doing to herself. Destroying your body and your soul with liquor, Evelyn, and it is harder for me to watch than you can imagine, but only God Almighty above us has the right to judge. Beg your forgiveness. I have been in contact with a
Someone was trying
sanitarium
to get her to come home.
here in Connecticut on your behalf. They say your condition is an illness, Evelyn, and that it can be treated. You need to check yourself in. It will not. So, alcoholism?
We could go over to the lot and see what they know about her.
That's going to be difficult, Cole. Keystone Studio lot closed back in 41.
Joy.
Maybe someone at Mensch's will remember her. This is a chit for personal items, not booze. It's an angle worth investigating.
That literally all there is?
What are you thinking, Ray?
The city keeps tossing us dead bodies. We're just running to catch up.
Okay.
Detective Phelps, LAPD homicide.
John Ferdinand Jameson.
We need you to answer some questions, John.
If you don't mind, I prefer Ferdinand.
Don't push your luck, knucklehead.
What were you doing to the body, Ferdinand?
Are you sure you won't be upset?
Try me, Ferdinand.
I was kissing her.
I said I wouldn't.
It's not against the law.
Shut up.
There's no
Take
law
your
against
beating
it.
like a man.
Turn out your pockets, Ferdinand. Classic Carmine. Is this yours, Ferdinand?
No. I found it near her purse. I thought she could use some lipstick.
Rusty, stop! Don't hit him. You went through her purse?
It wasn't like she needed it. I took a look.
Give me a minute. Yeah.
Did you take any money?
Wasn't any to take. I found her lipstick and her matchbook over on the mat. Not much else.
You found the body?
Yes, I did. I work here. I was coming off shift and headed home.
Why didn't you report the body, Jameson? Do you know how this is going to look to a jury?
A jury? What gives? I could tell that she was dead.
Tampering with evidence.
I came through here about midnight last night. She wasn't here then.
Let me belt him again.
You're under arrest, Jameson. We'll see how this plays out. Until then, you can think a little on how you'd like to be treated if you were found dead.
I'm telling you, it's not illegal. Me and some friends of mine...
Thank you.
Clyde, you get this sack of shit into a cell. I'll deal with him later.
Sure, Rusty.
I just thought of a joke for D&D I could make. So, Alex, who plays Bloodshot Kitty, or Alex, who is Bloodshot Kitty, who's been on my streams plenty of times before. He plays a lich in my current campaign, and he has the nickname Corpse Fucker. He resurrects dead bodies, and you can go from there. I was literally just going to say, I didn't know Azrael was in this game.
Detective Phelps and Galloway, homicide. Can you tell me exactly what happened?
We were shutting cars over to the main line when I saw this man here lying on top of this woman. The woman wasn't moving and seemed to be in a bad way.
What time was this?
About 7:30 this morning, sir.
Thanks for your help. Have you given Patrolman Hart your details?
I have, sir.
Thank you. You can go now. Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an address on Levine's Liquor, closest store to the Santa Fe Avenue rail yard, if possible.
Just a moment, Detective. Closest store would be the one at 939 South Hope Street.
Thanks for your help.
All right, let's see where we can go. No, I don't want the patrol car.
Read that those goddamn Chinese want to sell the relief food that we're sending them?
Yeah. Yeah, I read about that.
Those people are starving. They can't do that.
They want to sell the food to fund the civil war against the communists.
Really? I guess that's okay then.
Armies can't fight without food. You spend all your money on weapons, but you still have to have the will to fight. Fortunately, the Reds will win in China.
Watch your mouth. You know what you're saying?
The people of this country overthrew a king. You think the Chinese will balk at an emperor if they are starving?
KGPL 20 Central Unit. A citizen reports a man with a gun on Grand between 4th and 5th. Any Central Unit identify.
What I'm currently doing was trying to line up the road to the flag. Why did the cop just decide to stop?
Easy.
I was like, this cop's not gonna. This cop isn't gonna be in the intersection. I can run through it.
Drink, fellas.
Phelps, Galloway, homicide. We need to ask you some questions concerning Evelyn Summers.
I'm Walter Mensch. Evelyn Summers, what is it now?
You knew Evelyn?
As well as I wanted to know Evelyn. She's a pain in the ass, always coming in here, cadging drinks, never had any money. She was in just a couple of nights ago.
Did she ever tell you where she was staying?
I don't know. I think she was living rough. She had that kind of stunk about her.
Who did she drink with?
A bunch of these guys. Ask around.
What's your name?
Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Mind if I ask you some questions, Mr. McCaffrey?
I'm just a starving writer, detective. What do you want to ask about?
Evelyn Summers, and why she was found beaten and strangled in the rail depot on Santa Fe.
Okay. I see your point.
How well did you know her?
I can't say that I knew her. It was more like I was aware of her.
Did you see Evelyn last night?
No, I was at home, writing.
you want to get dragged into this, McCaffrey? Do you want us to get interested in you?
She hung out with this powder puff, James Tiernan. They haunted the public library together.
How well do you know James Tiernan?
I know he works some kind of plebeian job at Rawlings Bowling Alley.
Rawlings. I know that place. Corner of 9th and Grand. A lot of cops bowl there on Tuesday nights.
Do you have a criminal record, Mr. McCaffrey?
Nothing serious. I've had a few skirmishes.
Do you want to save me some time, or do you want me to look up your file?
Industrial disputes, strikes, workers' rights, that kind of thing.
Oh, God,
A
your
regular
neck.
fifth columnist. Nice to meet you,
His neck is clipping
comrade.
through his ascot.
Thank you for the information, Mr. McCaffrey.
So we go down the line. I'm missing something here. What the fuck?
The regulars might have something else to tell you, but I don't.
Maybe I have to come back here at one point?
You a friend of Evelyn Summers?
Who's asking?
Very cute. You know who's asking.
I know my rights.
You don't have any. Answer the question.
Evelyn mooches for drinks. I don't have any time for that.
Was that so hard?
Keep writing me, copper.
Now, am I good? Nope, I have to come back here, I think. Go down to the liquor store.
What did you make of McCaffrey?
There'll come a day, and it's coming very soon. We'll run him and the rest of his pinko buddies out of Los Angeles.
I meant as a suspect, Rusty.
What can I do for you?
LAPD, Phelps and Galloway. We're making inquiries into the murder of Evelyn Summers.
Evelyn? She's dead?
You knew Evelyn Summers, Mr.
Robbins. Yes, I knew Evelyn. I was a good friend of her ex-husband. She kept some of her stuff here.
Can you show us, please?
Sure. Come this way.
Itchy ass nose.
You got some fine stock here, Mr. Robbins. You let us take some for the road, this case might get solved a lot quicker.
Shut up, Galloway.
He's joking, Mr. Robbins.
She kept a bed here, but I probably shouldn't have let her. An alcoholic in a liquor store. That was never going to work out, was it?
We'll take a look around. I'm guessing Evelyn hadn't held down a job for quite some time before she was killed. Rawlings Bowling Alley. Maybe Evelyn did something other than drink in her spare time.
When exactly did Evelyn work in the pictures?
A few years ago. She worked in legal copyrights for music.
She wasn't always such a loner. Evelyn was reading Aristotle?
Evelyn wasn't stupid. The only stupid thing about her was her need to drink.
And she was borrowing books from Grosvenor McCaffrey. We're trying to account for Evelyn's movements yesterday.
She came by in the morning.
A social visit to pick up some of her things?
She had a couple of bucks and bought a quart of rye.
Any idea where the money came from?
She didn't mention it, but she did say the booze was a present for a boy. She said they had been fighting and she had to make it up to him.
Were you and Evelyn close, Mr. Robbins?
Many people will be sad she's gone. I'll be one of the few.
We got the impression that Evelyn had been sleeping rough of late.
It became difficult for me to have her staying here. Her mother was trying to get her back on the straight and narrow. She's old now. And to be honest, you have to have a good reason to want to get back on.
Do you know a friend of Evelyn's by the name of McCaffrey?
Not personally.
We're struggling for leads, Robbins. Did she know McCaffrey?
She idolized him. From what I gather, the feeling was far from mutual. He seems to peddle a revolutionary stance, fixing the ills of society. You could see how it would appeal to down-and-outs like Evelyn.
Thanks for your help, Mr. Robbins.
No problem. Hey, I'd like to make arrangements for the funeral. You think I could get in touch with Evelyn's mother?
Put in a call to the watch commander at Central Station, Mr. Robbins. He'll be trying to reach the next of kin.
Thanks. Get the guy, huh? Evelyn never hurt anybody.
Alright, so what I want to do is I want to go back to the bar.
Car 11K, Car 11 King, come in. Car 11K, Car 11 King, KGPL.
11 King.
A message from Captain Donnelly, return to Central, code 2.
11 King, en route. Let's not keep the man waiting, Phelps.
We're going back to the bar for a minute. Now that we know that he knew the suspect, I want to see if we can get anything extra out of Grove McCaffrey. I think he's gone now. However, going back isn't going to be the worst. After that, we'll head to Central.
You say you barely knew Evelyn?
Yes, that is correct.
You're lying, McCaffrey. You looked down your nose at Evelyn, but you knew her, and you have some idea of what happened.
I hope you're holding aces. I'm telling you again, I barely knew the woman.
Why would you lend her your book on metaphysics if you only knew her in passing? It was more than that. A Renaissance man like yourself lending his books to his acolytes.
She hounded me about that goddamn book, and then she lifts it from my apartment and lies to my face that she didn't take it, as if she could even comprehend any of it. I saw her go into a hotel with Tiernan last night. They had booze in a paper bag. He's your man.
And there we go. Now I think I'm done with mentions. Let us see. Get in the car and we'll look. There we go. Now we'll head to Central. I don't think I've ever come back after finding that out. I think I've always missed that. Let's head back to Central now. Oh my God.
With a gun on Grand between 4th and 5th. Any Sentry unit identify.
So I don't have to hear about it anymore. Here's Grand. Oh, it's this one.
Please, you've got to call for help. He doesn't look real good.
Quick, what happened?
Some punk held up my stand. This guy tried to help and got a bullet for his trouble. He got hit and hightailed it through the parking lot. Get going.
I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck.
You come any closer, I'll pull the trigger.
Put the weapon down now.
God damn it! I had a clear shot and the dude just is like... Guy's like, don't! Clear shot, go to pull the trigger, the dude's head just goes whoop!
KGPL to any Sentry unit. The citizen reports a man with a gun on Grand between 4th and 5th. Any Sentry unit.
Please, you've got to call for help. He doesn't look real good.
Damn it.
What happened?
Some punk held up my stand. This guy tried to help and got a bullet for his trouble. He got hit and hightailed it through the parking lot. Get going.
Galloway, take your hat off.
Don't go to sleep on me. Get me back in close. What the hell? What are you waiting for, Phelps? Up and at him.
Here, Phelps.
Car 11K calling KGPL. Shots fired. Suspect is down. We're code 4, but I need an ambulance on Grand between 4th and 5th Streets.
11K, roger on your ambulance. All units be advised the suspect is down on Grand between 4th and 5th Streets. Repeat, the suspect is down. Code 4.
Broadcasting station, KTI, Los Angeles.
Los Angeles.
Whoa there!
That's the one thing I agree with my dad on. You hear that on the radio that they're advertising cigarettes. It was a legitimate thing. There's a channel on TV called Turner Classic Movies, and they have been yelled at for years to censor some of the stuff that they've done. And they have openly stated they will never do it. Turner Classic is a channel that keeps movies in their original condition. Whether it be for the promotion of cigarettes, there are parts they don't play the actively, I don't think, but like there's some parts of like movies that will have like the blackface and that they won't change it. They actively won't. I think my dad literally just told me there was a movie on recently that had.
What's this about, Captain?
Whiteface,
Ray
I believe.
and Mal have some concerns over the Henry and Muller cases, which I don't want aired outside of this room.
Evidence is solid, Captain.
But they
I
don't
agree,
change it.
Rusty.
They will not.
It's just that
They will
corpses
not.
keep piling
Copycat.
Alter the movies.
I've been banging the same drum. But the notes and the lipstick messages.
Evelyn Summers, Cartel Classic Carmine. Each woman, same brand, same color.
Teresa Terrelson didn't have a lipstick message.
Technically, you're right, Rusty. She didn't have any lipstick, but she did have a message. We found it beneath her dress, scraped with a sharp stick.
What did it say?
You sure you want to know?
Ray?
As far as we can be sure, it said cunt BD.
That's one way of looking at it.
Looking at what?
Cunt is all about access, Phelps. You're married, so yours is mortgaged. Some of us like to pay by installments. This guy doesn't like to pay at all.
Why are you so angry, Mal?
Because I just had to fire one of my assistants. He was a friend of Jameson's. God knows what he might have been up to.
Captain, we have good leads in the Summers case, but it's up to you to decide how we proceed.
Keep this under your hat for now. And to follow up on Evelyn Summers, I want daily reports.
You know, it just clicked in my head.
We got our
What
order.
Mal said.
Back to the Summers case. Get an address for McCaffrey. He'll have blown
I've
the
played
bar.
this game like
I'll meet you outside.
probably 7 times. And it just clicked in my head. Jameson is the guy who was kissing the dead body at the
Operator, give
beginning
me
of this
dispatch.
mission.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, 1247.
How could I help,
I say we
Detective?
bust in there and find the goddamn evidence.
I need an address for a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Grosvenor McCaffrey. Apartment 6, 126 Yale Street, between Ord and Alpine.
Thanks.
Continue down the line. I think the next is the bowling lanes. I think we have bowling lanes in McCaffrey's apartment.
Let me pose a question.
Depends. What you got to do with?
Morals. Would it bother you to put the wrong person away?
Depends.
On what?
On whether anyone except the poor son of a bitch in the slammer ever found out.
Why?
Breathe, Phelps. Breathe, damn it.
Fuck this.
KGPL to all units. Citizen reports man with a gun. Union and Rockwood Street. Union and Rockwood Street. Unit to handle code 2. Identify.
There's people there!
Hello, Rusty. 2 on your usual lane?
I'm Detective Phelps. Homicide.
You must be new. What's your shoe size?
This is business, Florence. You got a guy works here by the name of Tiernan?
Sure we do. He's a pin setter. Clears the jams, works the gutters. Go right in. He'll be hopping around the lanes toward the back. He's a nice boy.
Thanks, ma'am. Let's go get him.
Would you recommend?
Tiernan! LAPD! There!
What are you waiting for? Get after him!
We might go faster if we weren't carrying the extra weight. These are flashy cars to be parked outside a bowling alley.
The lanes attract a fast-living individual with money to burn, Cole.
Or a middle-aged individual with the need to feel virile.
Keep it steady and I'll try to bust his tire! And that is the end of that. It's about fucking time. Another runner. Well, at least we've got a suspect.
Why do they always run? I'm sure we've got the wrong person in more than one of these homicides, but...
Give it up! LAPD!
Yep, we interview him at the station, so we're gonna go pick up Grosvenor McCaffrey first. I don't want to leave yet. I want to go in here. Is this it? No. Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, what? Because I actually don't think I've ever gone and fully looked in here. There might be a newspaper or something in there, if I can get in there.
Sign up for your social security number. Applications available at your local post office. This is KTI, Los Angeles.
Oh, fuck. Can I not get in there? Shit. Oh well. Alright, we'll head to Grosvenor.
KGPL to any unit. The citizen reports suspicious activity 111 South Alameda. Stand by for further for any Sentry unit.
I was right. Okay. I was like, this has to be some landmark. It is. Where am I? I'm right here. Where am I heading? Oh God, it's so far up there. Well, upside I just take straight down and then I can take a right. McCaffrey's apartments. McCaffrey's apartment, sorry. Number 6.
McCaffrey is in apartment 6. Doesn't look like anybody's home.
Terrible shame. Means there's nobody to let us in. You want to do the honors, Phelps?
Take long before you are healed and you can come home. I've put your things back into your old room with a lock on the door for your privacy, and you can come and go as you please. I will care for you, and you can return to your normal life. I know your address has changed, so I cannot be sure this letter will find
the
you.
letter we found beside the body.
But I pray that
At the
it
very
does.
least, I'd say it ties McCaffrey to the scene.
And that you consider what I have said. I love you very much, and I pray every night that you are safe, and that one day you will knock on my door, and the between us will be mended with love and understanding. Your mother, Augustus Summers.
I don't think this is going to help us.
He said he was at home. He said he didn't know her. And we have the book.
Let's see Carruthers argue his way out of this one.
Is that you, Grosvenor? Who are you guys? What are you doing in here?
We're from the LAPD, ma'am. Do you know where we might find McCaffrey?
I'm his neighbor. Is he in trouble?
Look, lady, we need to find him, and in a hurry. Are you going to give me trouble?
He has a pigeon coop up on the roof. He spends his mornings up there when he's been drinking.
How do we get up there?
Down the hall and up the stairs.
Drunk and in command of a carrier pigeon. Surely we can write him up for that. A citation, at least.
Isn't he the cop who won a medal and is solving all the cases?
Grosvenor McCaffrey! Running on a hangover, McCaffrey? Sit down and we'll talk.
I'll go get our wheels.
officer!
You a runner, McCaffrey? Stay and fight the good fight.
Shoot the crate!
Give it up, LAPD.
There he is. See him?
Get on the ground, bitch.
McCaffrey, you're under arrest on suspicion of murdering Evelyn Summers.
We need to get downtown and wrap this thing up. It's got to be McCaffrey. Unless Tiernan set him up. You don't think that asshole Jameson could have done it, do you? Whoever did it. At least it wasn't that Dahlia fuck.
How do you know that McCaffrey didn't do the Dahlia?
We have a list of over 200 suspects.
Watch it, will you?
Officer needs help. 103 MD.
All right. Let's finish talking to Grosvenor first. No, let's get Tiernan.
You sure you can make it stick with one of these suspects, gentlemen?
It's either McCaffrey or Tiernan, sir. I think Jameson is an aberration.
All right. I'll deal with that degraded lunatic myself. He's got some fearful retribution coming. Tiernan isn't one, McCaffrey isn't two. I want the confession from one of them. Don't fail me, young Phelps.
Okay.
I say we bust in there and find the goddamn evidence.
Let's do this suit first.
Why did you run, Tiernan?
I was the last one to see Evelyn that night. I knew you would think it was me.
Can you describe your relationship with Evelyn?
I barely knew Evelyn.
Keep lying to me and I'll have you charged and in front of a grand jury before your feet touch the ground.
How can you possibly prove Evelyn and I were more than friends?
McCaffrey gave you up, Tiernan. He says he saw you go into your hotel with Evelyn.
I met Evelyn at the public library. We would read for a while and then go for a drink. Last night, we went back to my hotel room and had some more to drink. I must have passed out. I woke up and she was gone.
What time was this?
Around midnight, maybe later.
And there's no one who can confirm this.
No, there isn't. I knew you wouldn't believe me.
Aristotle's Metaphysics, the book that belonged to McCaffrey.
McCaffrey saw her looking at it once and laughed in her face.
And you're saying Evelyn stole it?
She wanted something of his.
It was bad
You
cop.
don't like
Fuck,
McCaffrey,
I couldn't tell.
He's full of the common man routine, but he props up a bar like the rest of us.
I literally was
Evelyn
staring
thought he
at
was
him
gonna be
like,
a great novelist. He had nothing but vitriol for her.
You and Evelyn were drinking together last night, and she had no other place to stay.
I don't know what happened last night. I don't remember.
If you don't give me some reason to think differently about this, Tiernan, I'm gonna have to go to the DA.
He was
drank half a bottle of scotch. I don't remember a goddamn thing.
His eyes were darting back and forth. What the fuck?
Do you own a car, Tiernan?
No, I don't.
Have access to a lug wrench?
No, we use a lot of them to clear jams in the pin setting machines.
Coroner's report says that Evelyn was killed with a wrench. I think you did it and then planted the evidence at McCaffrey's apartment for us to find.
We went to his apartment. McCaffrey was up on the roof. Evelyn stole the book. McCaffrey went crazy when he found out. He said he would put her out of her misery. He can be very cruel.
Evelyn was missing a ring from her right hand.
That's strange. She always wore it. Big black circular disc with a white E in the middle. It was made from an old typewriter key, a present from the prop department at her old movie studio.
We're going to talk to McCaffrey. You need to think about what you've told us, Tiernan. You're not in the clear.
Yeah, I'm thinking of moving up to a 45. I want to put him down to 1 round.
You ready to answer some questions?
You think I have all the answers?
People who run from the police usually have something to hide.
Touché, detective. Let's see where this takes us.
Evelyn died sometime around midnight. Remind me, where were you?
I was at home, writing. I'm working on a manuscript.
Wait, I'm gonna use intuition on this. It's accused. It is an accused.
You're lying, McCaffrey.
Torn, no.
You were out at the rail yard.
And what do you have that proves I was there?
I was leaning towards accused, but I wanted to be sure.
How about half of Augusta Summers' last correspondence with her daughter?
What are you talking about?
After you were done beating Evelyn, you searched her and found her mother's letter. That old lady's anguish amused you.
I know nothing about a letter or Evelyn's goddamn mother.
So what was it doing on your writing desk?
I don't know, but if I didn't put it there, somebody else did. Try exercising your powers of deduction on that.
We found the lug wrench that Evelyn was battered with in your apartment, and the note from her mother, and your blood-stained clothing. We have you cold, McCaffrey.
You think if I could be bothered to murder Evelyn Summers, I would be stupid enough to leave the evidence in my apartment?
This is accused.
I don't believe
and
you,
it's
Grosvenor.
his
The
accusation.
evidence says that you killed her.
You can prove that I wanted to kill Evelyn?
That key line.
Tiernan is prepared to testify that you threatened Evelyn's life in his presence.
Self-preservation. That's understandable. Okay, I'll level with you. Tiernan killed Evelyn. He came to me for help. I listened to him, and he explained why he did it.
Tiernan went to you for help. You expect me to buy that?
That's how it went down. I told him he made a terrible mistake, but he would be throwing his life away if he went to the cops. I took his things and told him I would dispose of them.
But you didn't.
Speak to Tiernan. He'll give it up.
Why do I have a phone to call now?
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need the jacket on a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Just a moment, Detective. McCaffrey was formerly under surveillance by the Red Squad. Convictions for petty theft. Dishonorable discharge from the Army during training at Syracuse. Assault on a local woman. Says he almost beat the woman to death.
Thanks, ma'am.
Let's go talk to Tiernan, and then we'll go ahead and re-talk to McCaffrey. Hey, Tiernan, we're back.
You spoken to McCaffrey? I can go? It's all been cleared up?
Not quite. We have one more question we need to ask, James. Then I think we will be done.
Sure. Go ahead.
So Evelyn passed out, and you walked out. What happened next?
I woke up in the morning, very hungover. I thought Evelyn would have come back.
This isn't accused because we got to use
I know you're lying, James.
McCaffrey's
You went out
accusation.
looking for her. Tell me what really happened.
I don't know what you're talking about. How can you say I wasn't in that hotel room?
You wound up at McCaffrey's. You were still incredibly drunk. You passed out on his floor. It's time to tell me what really happened.
McCaffrey woke me up the next morning, and he showed me the lug wrench and the letter and the box, and he said I came in with him last night. He said that I killed Evelyn, and that it was all over the radio, and that he would protect me. And I don't know, Detective, for the life of me, I can't remember a goddamn thing. And I was angry with her. Really angry. I could have done it. Was it me?
Give me a minute.
Wait here.
He was blackout drunk. He doesn't remember anything. It could very well be McCaffrey fucking went ahead and just he showed up. He did it and just planted it, the idea in his head. Let's try this one last time. Military service.
You were in the war?
Yes, I was. Seeing the things that I saw, it changes a man. I came back here determined to change things. All I wanted was a pen and an opportunity to speak out.
You told us before that you had only minor run-ins with the police. You didn't mention petty theft.
I've never been in trouble for violence. That's the salient point here, isn't it?
Wrong! Now we use his military
You're
record.
lying, McCaffrey. You have a history of violence towards women.
How do you turn a couple parking tickets and a petty theft misdemeanor into an assault charge?
We know all about you and your dishonorable discharge, beating some poor woman near to death in Syracuse. You've never been in combat, McCaffrey. Your whole life is a fraud.
She was a goddamn peasant whore. She tried to steal from my wallet. I could have fought for this country. I could have.
You beat her because she stole from you, because she tried to outsmart you.
The ignorant audacity of the bitch. What is a man supposed to do? Sit there and take it? How is a man supposed to call himself a man?
And Evelyn Summers, a poor, drunken nobody, stole your book.
And she got what was coming to her.
I'm charging him.
Grosvenor McCaffrey, I'm charging you with the murder of Evelyn Summers. She was a sad lady who never hurt anyone except herself. I hope God finds a way to forgive you.
Congratulations, boys. You bagged the fine catch. Another red to boot. Grand. Now, I want you to put this business about a repeat offender out of your mind. This McCaffrey creature shows no remorse, and neither will the grand jury. You would have to walk a long mile to find a better candidate for an unmarked plot in the prison graveyard.
I think I've never had him happy with the ending of this mission. The only reason I believe he did it was how he acted on the criminal record. I got everything correct with him, I believe. And then the other guy was too pitch black drunk that it was too easy to plant the idea in his head. It's just, it was that kind of mentality.
We have lost most of Shaughnessy and Dunn's squad. The gunny is dead. First platoon is in worse shape. That medic is either crazy or the bravest man alive.
Can we rally with the first and try for the Namboos?
It's sheer to the left. To the right, it goes right through a pass with 2 Namboos and enfilade.
Mate,
we can lose everyone.
Lieutenant, get back off this fucking bridge. They'll start walking the mortars back to their own positions. We only have minutes.
I'm in charge here, Sergeant.
Get your men off the bridge, Lieutenant.
What's your unit, Sergeant?
We don't have time for this, Lieutenant.
What's your unit, Sergeant?
I company 22nd Marines, Lieutenant, and we just saved your ass by fording the river.
My orders are to reconnoiter the...
I think that point is now moot. You have 10 men left. My orders are to save what's left. Move out!
The Quarter Moon Murders.
Well done, lads. You did well with the Summers case. But we have a problem. The examiner received a new letter today.
Do you mind if I take a look, Ray?
Go right ahead. They've both been rinsed in gasoline like the previous letters, so I can't lift a print.
Cunt BD, find me
No one
where I
else
hid
but the
myself.
killer knew about this message. To suffer woes which hope thinks infinite, to forgive wrongs darker than death or night. Another snippet from the Shelley poem. If the note is from the Dahlia maniac, he definitely also killed Teresa Terrellson.
Mal and I agree.
But where does that leave us? If this is the Dahlia killer, and he is responsible for the Tarrelson murder, not to mention the Muller
Hang
case.
on a moment, Skipper.
Let me finish, Rusty. We have 5 birds in hand and none in the bush. The department will not survive a scandal if we have to let them all go without catching a fiend first. Your careers will be over for a start, gentlemen.
Looking in wonder.
Ah, fuck it.
While yet
I
the
knew
news
this run was too
appealed
good to be
along,
true.
I hid myself within a fountain in the public square.
You like that stuff? What is it supposed to
It's
mean?
supposed to... Forget what it's supposed to... What does he want it
Where are
to
you going with this, Cole?
He's obviously taunting us. He believes he's far more intelligent than we are.
Okay, it's some kind of story, right? A guy that God hates, chains him up.
It's an allegory, Rusty.
A what? Story with 2 meanings. A symbolic meaning. But that's what he wants us to think.
Could he be using it literally? Within a fountain in a public square? Could it be that easy?
Could somebody tell me what the fuck is going on?
The fountain in Pershing Square. Come on, we have a clue. Captain, thanks, Ray.
Be careful, Phelps. This is his game you're playing now.
Yeah, this was an evolution. The killer was so cocky that he wouldn't be caught, he started sending messages directly to the cops instead of leaving them on a body.
I want to make homicide.
In the car, Rusty! Dick!
All those cases, Rusty. What have I been telling you all along?
We gotta get this guy.
I know. Enough women have died.
Yeah, and it's our asses on the line too, Phelps. You heard what the captain said. The department is not going to take responsibility for all those bad convictions.
Success is a double-edged sword.
Let's just get this sick pervert and have it done with.
You know the local hobos use that as a latrine.
There is a cave, all overgrown with trailing, odorous plants which curtain out the day. Where next? Elizabeth Short, Betty Short, Black Dahlia.
Elizabeth Short's social security card.
Jesus Christ.
That's not all. There's another stanza from Shelley.
Can you work it out? You got a city map?
Oh, fuck. I know. Is it. That.
See if you can work out where he's taking us. I
Investigate
don't
the
like this
hall.
freak leading us around by the nose. Him. It's really him, the fuck who killed the Dahlia. Can you believe this? He's leading us.
It's his game, Rusty. He may want someone to catch him, but he's extremely dangerous. I doubt if he will give up easily.
Suits me down to the fucking ground. We clip this fuck and we get citations. What a day to be a cop. That pencil-pushing Parker won't be able to shove me aside after this.
Any Sentry unit, a possible 415 at Alvera Street Plaza. Unit to handle code 3 identified.
Hall of Records, 3:02 p.m. You know, one's the tar pits, one's the jungle set.
Can I help you, sir?
Detectives, LAPD. This is very important, sir. How do we get to the top of the chandelier?
You what?
Have a little faith, pal. We're in a real hurry.
Head up to the top floor. There's an access panel and a ladder in the maintenance room.
I'm going out there, Rusty. Deirdre Muller's missing watch. From the temples high of man's ear and eye, roofed over sculptures and poesy. Where have I seen that?
I think that's the jungle set.
Jesus Christ, Cole, get off that goddamn thing.
Find a rope, Rusty!
There isn't time. See if you can swing that thing from side to side. Get it over the edge, then jump for it.
Swing, damn it. Come on, come on.
It's gonna go any second. Swing that goddamn thing and jump for it.
Nope, I failed. Why? I can't remember how to do this. Nope. God damn it! I finally got it to work. Damn it! Hey, my hat's back.
Jesus Christ, Cole, get off that goddamn thing.
Find a rope, Rusty.
There isn't time. See if you can swing that thing from side to side. Get it over the edge, then jump for it.
Swing, damn it. Come on, come on.
It's gonna go any second. Swing that goddamn thing and jump for it.
Nope, I failed again. I have never failed it this much. I get it to where it needs to be, and it was like, nah, fuck you. You don't get to jump. I have to get that, like, so fucking precise. I know what I have to do. It's just not wanting to cooperate.
Jesus Christ, Cole, get off that goddamn thing.
Find a rope, Rusty.
There isn't time. See if you can swing that thing from side to side. Get it over the edge, then jump for it.
Swing, damn it. Come on, come on.
It's gonna go any second. Swing that goddamn thing and jump for it.
Got it. That's all I wanted, game.
That was too close.
Yeah, well, the higher you climb, the further you fall.
Let's get out of here.
Another Dahlia clue?
No. A yellow gold wristwatch.
From Older Dame.
Yes. And a scrap of the poem.
Another location.
If I can work it out.
Oh, God, I can't remember what it is already. From the temples high of man's ear and eye, roofed over sculpture and poesy, from the murmurings of the unsealed springs where science produces dado wings. Oh God, where the fuck is that again? Is that what I'm thinking it is? Nope. Nope, that's the tar pits, isn't it? No, that's the art museum. Wait. Was that correct? No. We do have to go there, though. Yeah, okay. There's 3 more areas after this, because there's 6 women who have died in total. So this would be 3, and then after this, I believe, is the maze. Then I think it's the
He keeps mementos from all his victims.
This guy needs to be taken out of circulation.
I don't think it's maze X. I think
It's
it's
pleasure at stringing us along,
tar
demonstrating
maze
how much smarter
intolerance.
You can enjoy it while it lasts. I got you now, genius. I'm coming for you.
Like all serial killers, they get too cocky. Take it back. Like 90% of serial killers, they get too cocky. Rusty, I really hope you're keeping the captain informed on this, by the way. LA Public Library, 3:30 p.m. The fun time. AK, I ain't going up there.
I'm pulling rank here, Cole. I'm not hauling myself up there. Go get it, Tiger.
You'd slow me down anyway, old-timer.
I want my hat back.
Sometimes a step backwards is a step in the right direction.
This
Our Lady of Guadalupe, ripped from Antonia's necklace.
Alright, I know which one that is in. That's our second case, I believe. Which
Round which death laughed, sepulchred emblems of dead destruction, ruin within ruin. So this is a treasure hunt.
In the hard, black, deep tar pits.
What is it this time?
The religious medal from the Maldonado case.
The Dahlia, Moeller, Maldonado. When this gets out...
We still have to find the guy, Rusty.
Another poem. Well, you must have some idea, right? Come on, Phelps. We're on a roll here. Don't let me down.
I think after this it is the maze, and then it is the movie set where we actually had the shootout with the one at the end of Traffic.
Lucky country, and California
We're gonna catch hell for this. Banging up innocent men.
The newspapers will crucify the guy. They won't have time to wonder about our mistakes. We'll be okay, Rusty, as long as we catch the guy.
I hope you're right, Cole. We'll be famous if we make this case.
Any Central unit, 459 suspects to be taken into custody at the trolley station on Lucas Avenue. Stand by for further.
Oh. Cool. I actually never had that. Awesome. Like seriously, that's actually Apparently I've never been this far out this way. Cool. Now I'm only missing apparently 9 landmarks. That's actually awesome. I had to make that. I'm actually very happy. That's cool. Let's not drive into the tar pit, shall we?
These are my best shoes, Phelps. I'll leave you to it.
Very funny.
Whoa! Gotta move on, Cole. Those boards are sinking. You want to end up like the other fossils? The gangway snakes around, Phelps. Can you see it through the tar?
Steady.
How you doing out there?
I'd be doing better if you were the one trying to get across this thing. Whoa!
I will say the ending of the homicide case is definitely one of my favorites because it's actually very cool and interesting. It's forcing you to go to like certain landmarks.
You don't want to fall in now, Phelps.
That's at the forefront of my thinking. Easy. One of Teresa Terreltson's shoes.
Now, Which one is this?
A sphere which is as many thousands.
Yep, okay, this is the maze.
Okay, where to now?
What is it?
An open-toed white shoe, and another stanza from a poem.
Oh, I really thought that hobo bum did the Terrelson broad.
Confessions from the insane aren't the most credible evidence, Rusty.
Is this thing over?
It's all part of his power over us, making us run round all over the city for the crumbs he's leaving us.
So if we keep this up, we can find the guy? So this guy looks out for women in bars who've had too much to drink.
Who are emotionally disturbed.
Need a shoulder to cry on, he plies them with booze.
Probably offers them a lift home.
Then beats their brains out and strangles them. Could be any schmo hanging out in a bar.
No, not anyone. He displays the bodies, leaves us messages. For all the violence, it's very...
Damn it! I was trying to move away so I could listen to them finishing their talk. Shit. About 6 p.m.
On it goes. When do you think we'll reach the end of this thing?
Top of my class back here. It's him.
You ever been in here, Galloway?
No. I have no intention of going in. I heard that thing's tricky. I'm gonna wait here and have a quiet smoke. Think about hidden meetings.
Once belonging to Celine Axford Henry.
Fuck.
Thrones, altars, judgment seats, and prisons. No, it couldn't be.
Swing?
See? That was easy.
I found Celine Henry's ring.
How far does this thing go? How did we not catch this nut job?
I have a feeling this is a landmark, if I'm being honest, and I feel like that is too. And that. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to take a little bit of a trip. Let's go up to there. I know where to go for this last one. I want to go see if I am right on a few landmarks while I'm thinking about it. Because I've actually never gotten all 30.
What the heck?
Units in the vicinity.
Let's take a quick intermission now for news.
During recent blizzards in eastern Colorado, coyotes became a scourge to maroon loggers.
He's leaving us this trail of evidence. Why?
Vanity. He wants to see if there's anyone out there smart enough to catch him.
He leaves us evidence, but every location is a trap.
He's testing us, physically and mentally, to see whether we are worthy of him.
The Titan guy, who had the stoush with God.
Very good. You thinking about reading some Shelley?
All that egghead stuff? I'm sticking to the funny papers and the form guide. You sleep better at night.
All units, the citizen reports a 211 in progress at 9th and Grand. Unit to handle code 3, identify.
Cool. Bullets for Sire. Never actually had that. Going this way. I think we're a little outside our jurisdiction in this area because I think we are in a different division. Is this sleeping?
Phelps!
Just making sure you're awake.
Hey, come on!
Kind of looking around because after that we'll head here. After there we'll head here. And then I think we'll be good to check somewhere else. Because I think we are going... I think there's a police department down here. No. That's Central. Wilshire. I think this is your arson one. So I think I'm up here next. I think I go to... I'm not sure actually. Shire Central. Yeah, there should be a one up here that I'm not sure why I'm not seeing. Go up here and take the first right I get. I'm gonna remark this.
You won't let me help you? You just want to keep me awake, don't you? Why don't you admit it? I'm sick. What's yours, stocking?
You wouldn't tell Gloria Houston if you were stocking. Believe me, that woman knows how to get sympathy and attention.
Blanche, can I spend one day of my life without Gloria Houston?
Is that why you've been spending your days?
I forbid you to ever mention that woman's name again as long as you live. Do you hear me? And you
Nope.
know where I am every minute of my life.
I don't think I can't get in there.
Get in tonight.
I went to a bank for dinner given to a broken down brother Amos who's going to get married tomorrow. We went all to this when I got home.
Yeah, nope.
Tell me what happened with the bachelor.
Can't get in there.
No women? How'd you get the lipstick on your tongue?
However,
He's sending us to that movie set they made for Intolerance. I think the message might be on the throne there.
Didn't I read about you shooting that place up 6 months ago?
We've all got to make our names somehow.
oh, that's actually interesting. I actually never knew that was a thing.
If we survive this, it's going to be a miracle.
So take long enough, and they automatically tell you, hey, you need to go here. Interesting. That's actually very interesting, and I did not expect that.
All units, the citizen reports a 211 in progress at 9th and Grand. Unit to handle code 3, identify.
Watch where you're driving, you maniac!
Are you really telling me that the Los Angeles Speedway is not a landmark? Because me actually shocked. This is definitely not a fucking landmark then, because I just realized this was a landmark I would have had it plenty of times there now, since that's the Wilshire Police Department. Because me shocked that that's not a landmark though.
You're taking the next left. So wait for the next turning and go right. I need you to take a left at the next corner.
Take the next left.
Up ahead, you make a right. I need you to take a left at the next corner. You're making a right at the next intersection.
You tell me to take another left?
Okay, so go left at the next one.
I'm going to a guess, right?
Up ahead, you make a right. You're taking the next left.
Shocker.
Up ahead, you turn left. Straight ahead. Okay, at the next corner, hang a right.
Wait for it. Now.
Straight on.
Yeah.
Take the next left.
Straight ahead. Straight on. Don't turn here. Stay on this road. Keep on going through here. Straight on. You don't need to turn here. You're making a right at the next intersection. Keep on straight.
Alright. Let's show you.
Okay, so go left at the next one.
Alright, I'm good. I can see, I think it's flipping of part of it. I think it's that. Yep.
Just go easy, Phelps.
There's the throne up there. Now it's just a matter of getting to it.
Jesus, now look what you did. Hang on, Cole. I'll get you off of there.
Oh, that's... I know. I don't have to jump. That's right. I'm stupid. I have to keep it balanced. That's correct.
Jesus, now look what you did. Hang on, Cole. I'll get you off of there.
You gotta make it to the next platform. Get that thing as close as you can, then jump.
Fuck's the throne? Down below. Evelyn's ring.
Typewriter ring. Evelyn Summers. The place he calls home. End of the line. No, 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 no! Come on! Ah, no!
I thought the whole thing was gonna come crashing down on us.
I thought so too. He murdered Evelyn Summers, Rusty. The last trophy was her ring.
Did you find another piece of the poem?
Yes. The last piece.
You sure, Cole?
Let's find out.
Give me a break.
You might see this as a cry for help.
For God's sake, Phelps. I'm not trying to justify this.
Hear me out, Rusty. This guy has been successfully slaughtering women in this town for half a year, maybe longer. He researches who he kills, and then plants evidence so that we always have someone to go after. If he hadn't sent the letters in the poem, he could have gone on forever. We would have been none the wiser. We would have 4 executed men on our conscience and have been happy about it. Why else is he doing this?
You're the new face of the department, Phelps. The modern cop who tries to understand why the perp does what he does. Me? I just drop the hammer down on the lowlives. Crunch a roach under your heel, you don't worry about what it's feeling, you just grind it into the pavement.
KGPL to any unit. A citizen reports suspicious activity 111 South Alameda. Stand by for further for any Sentry unit.
Reminds me of my days as an altar boy.
There's a light coming from the house.
Nothing hasty, gentlemen. Keep your hands where I can see them, or I'll be forced to redecorate the stucco with your entrails.
We're from the LAPD, sir. I'm gonna tell you only once to lower your weapon.
The LAPD, you say? Is it really possible you could have found me after all this time? How interesting.
Put down the gun, shitbird. Last warning.
This boorish ignoramus could never have found me. It was you, wasn't it? Do you remember me, Detective?
The temp bartender.
Yes, you found me. You know what I'm capable of, and yet you walk in here like lambs dressed for the slaughter.
We'll see about that. Where did he go?
Down the tunnel?
We can't let the son of a bitch get away.
The house, Rusty. There must be another entrance into the house. LAPD! Give yourself up!
Rusty, if you want to, run, that'd be great.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
You realize this must have been the place, Rusty.
We're going down there?
I'll go. Call for backup and keep an eye out above ground and see where this thing comes out. Don't let me down, Rusty.
I hate to think what he's done with this thing.
Medical experience, maybe? At least some working knowledge of biology. He's cruel and he's methodical. If we can bring him in alive, there's enough physical evidence for an airtight case.
You heard him, Cole. He's fucking nuts. What are the chances of hauling him out of here alive?
You're an interesting man, Detective. Why the police force? You're obviously overqualified.
Reinforcements are on the way.
Damn it.
Do I get a sense you're looking for personal redemption? Do you think we have something in common? Acquainted with slaughter? Does it attract you? Have you felt the fear? Understood the power?
Surrender now, or I will use deadly force.
Are you comfortable out of the light, officer? Are you comfortable?
This thing has come to an end. You know that. You're exactly what I expected. We were looking for a low achiever.
Gotcha, you son of a bitch!
Where's the press, Cap? I think Phelps and I should get a medal for this. This has got to be the case of the year, right? The case of the century when you think about it.
Are you finished?
Yes, Skipper.
Good. Because there won't be any press briefings or commendations.
What are you talking about? We got the werewolf, the guy who killed the Dahlia, killed all the other broads.
You got no one. Mason was a ghost.
Can you at least tell us why, Captain?
Mason is the half-brother of one of the most highly elected officials in this country.
How high?
Beyond the moon for mere mortals like us, Rusty. There'll be no more mention of him. The city owes you both, but there'll be no mileage in ever bringing this up again.
What's going to happen to the suspects in the cases, Captain? I won't be a part of that.
A bit of missing evidence at the grand jury. A procedural error here, a mistake there. They'll all be quietly let go. The DA knows how we'll have to play it.
So that's it?
I'm afraid it is. And I have some news for you, Phelps. No more rooting around in the entrails of cadavers and corpses for you. The head of Vice has asked the chief for you. I'm reluctant to see you go to the glory boys of Ad Vice, but my hands are tied. Go home to that lovely wife of yours and celebrate your promotion.
Get the old dickhead. Whoa. Case of the Black Dahlia remains open. The truth lost to all but a handful of men. Promoted device. Now I have to deal with Roy. Yay.
Breathe out, kid. You'll go purple. I'm scared, Sarge. Everybody's scared, kid. Anyone who says he isn't is a damn liar.
How many times have you been in combat, Sarge?
I was with Raider Battalion on Peleliu my first time.
Was it bad?
It's always bad.
Will this be bad?
As bad as it gets, kid. But you stick by the Marine next to you, and he will stick by you.
So, some of the guys, they aren't very friendly, Sarge.
They've lost a lot of their friends in the last couple of days, kid. They think if they don't get to know you, that they won't have to grieve for you if you get killed. They're wrong. It doesn't work that way. Don't worry. No Marine in this company will let you down.
Phelps.
That's going to be it for me. So thank you all so much for watching. Tomorrow we start our Vice cases. Yay! I'm gonna get off here. I'm hopefully gonna get to bed early since I woke up early, but we will have to wait and see. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you all tomorrow. Goodbye!